Bolton was there to help choose the best cookie cottage, and this year she had the tough job of picking from 123 entries.
They came all the way from Dallas, Texas.
Last year I saw on Good Morning America, well, they were just showing the winners of this contest, and I wrote to the Grove Park Inn, and they wrote back and told us when it was going to be. We were just trying to find out. And they said, why don't you enter? And so I asked Shannon what she thought, and we thought about it and thought, why not?
They drove from as far away as Binghamton, New York, and as near as Brevard, North Carolina.
Coming through the towns, the roads were quite bumpy. And the house, we'd look at it, and it would just be shaking the whole time. So I tried not to look at it too much. I figured the way it was going to get here is the shape it was going to be in.
Some had to stop at the Gingerbread Hospital for emergency repairs by executive pastry chef Aaron Morgan.
All right. What you want to do is support your stress points where it's broken.
You put your heart into this. There's a lot of hours into it. But I guess it has to happen to somebody, and this year it was my turn.
Some were incredibly nervous.
We were so nervous this morning. I was so nervous I couldn't go back home, so we're just staying for the judging tonight.
There were categories for both adults and children. Gingerbread houses everywhere you looked. There was shredded wheat for roofs, gummy animals on totem poles, pretzel rods for log cabins, and small worlds within other worlds. Houses that had to be edible, but we knew they'd never get eaten. Yes, a gingerbread house competition is a serious thing.
All right, Sarah Moulton is at the Grove Park Inn this morning. Sarah, what were you looking for as you look through all of these gingerbreads for the Primo one?
Well, for me personally, it's a place I can move in, Kevin.
Right.
But there's other reasons to love a gingerbread house. Here's our 4th place winner, and this one I think was consistency of theme. It's a sweets shop. You see the sweets in the windows, and it goes all the way through to the back. Very cool. And then this one here is a first-time contestant. Isn't that extraordinary?
Oh.
And the detail, it's Santa's workshop, and it's all divided up so that little elves can get around. They got inventory, packaging, and shipping, and their reindeer back here. The detail is just ridiculous. Okay, moving down here, this one I think won for its precision.
Wow.
It's just about perfect. Look at those icicles. Aren't those believable? And last but not least, we're moving up to this is our 1st place winner. We just couldn't believe how much this looked like a boot. Look at the texture of that and the laces. Just incredible.
Yeah, you could almost have old Mother Hubbard living in there. That looks gorgeous.
Right, exactly. Aren't
okay,
they
well,
cool?
They're wonderful, and we'd love to meet the grand prize winner, which we're going to do in just a moment. So stay in your seats, grab a cup of coffee, because there's some good cookies ahead.
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you Christmas tree. Come on to my
hobby, and the idea was an English country village, and I used some Christmas cards, children's books, different catalogs and things to get my ideas.
So this is a country village.
That's
okay,
right.
Let's dive right in. Tell us what we've got over here.
Okay, in the first section here I have a outdoor cafe and a toy shop with Santa Claus and children, and a couple of elves added for some whimsy.
And each quadrant is completely different. I just don't know how you did it. Okay.
The barnyard scene here with a hayloft and gardener, well, a garden in process of being dug up and someone chopping wood.
She's even got, what is it all made of, Elizabeth?
Well, it's gum paste, royal icing, shredded wheat. I've got pretzels, gum.
And underneath it all, believe it or not, is gingerbread. It has to be.
Yeah, gingerbread is the
start.
base, right.
But it's all completely edible, Lisa and Kevin. Okay, what have we got here?
The local church with the lady with her Scotty dog, which is one of my trademarks. I put a Scotty in all my pieces.
We can tell from your accent. You're from Scotland.
That's
okay.
Right.
Very cool. All right, and then
and
here
the last
we have...
quadrant is a couple of novice ice skaters with a little rose cottage, is what I call this, with a horse in the barn.
How did you do the water?
That is blue hard candy that I melted in the oven, and it just forms a sheet that looks like ice.
And the windows, how do you do the windows?
Those are sheet gelatin.
Oh my God, I wish you could be here because you can see a lot inside. Very quickly, how long did this take you to make?
About 10 weeks. I've worked since September.
And where'd you do it?
At home in my dining room.
No guests for 10 weeks.
That's right.
And you had a little help from the family, I understand.
did. My whole family was involved in one way or another.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us, and congratulations. Okay, Kevin, Lisa.
Sarah, how do you
might open a gingerbread house.
You're such a weakling. She's been trying to beat down the door here to get a
My
slice of it.
finger.
I know. You really want to go right in.
How do
wanna move
how
in.
do you crack it? Do you just?
How do you?
It
You
is
want- you wanna
supposed
see how to
be this
crack it?
hard? How do you crack it?
Like this.
How do you clock it? I can't.
Oh
understand.
heaven!
Oh, it doesn't work.
All right. Are you supposed to be able to eat gingerbread houses?
You are. Are you supposed to be able to eat gingerbread houses?
Oh, yes. Everything is completely
I don't
edible.
think I want to
She's
eat
made us submit this one.
Do you want to eat this, Lisa? Would you do that to that?
All right, try the
I don't
top. This is the most incredible gingerbread house ever made.
think so. Yes.
You know.
Just extraordinary.
All right, thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Bye, Lisa.
Oh, there you go, Lisa. I'll do anything for you.
Excuse me, it's styrofoam.
Oh, so much for the props department. We'll be back in a moment. Well, the icing's real.
Precious objects